Hello everyone, welcome back to another video on enrich Academy. So in today's video, we are going to talk about something very specific and something very important, especially for those who are preparing for 2023 exam. So we are going to talk about current affairs and its importance in the exam. If you analyze the previous year papers, you will find that 80% of the questions are revolving around the current affairs, the issues or the news in the current affairs whenever we are talking about mains, be it GS 1, 2, 3 or your GS paper 4. And not only that, if we analyze the prelims paper also, the questions are either being framed directly on the information which is there in news or the fundamental topics which are in news, on that the static portions, the questions are being framed from there. So current affairs plays very important and very dominant role in our preparation. So we should not ignore that. So in order to reiterate or in order to understand its importance, we have taken few examples. So consider these examples. You must have come across Mission Bunyad. So Mission Bunyad has been started by Delhi government in order to bridge the learning gaps which is there in students because of the COVID lockdown. So they are trying to bridge that learning deficit or the gaps. So don't you think that this can be a very good example or very good case study whenever we are talking about issues in the education system? Yes, it can. And how to overcome those issues? This model can be used. Now consider this one. You must have come across this initiative of Bhet Mulakat by Chhattisgarh Chief Minister. So whenever we are talking about citizen-centric governance, whenever we are talking about good governance, whenever we are talking about participative governance, then this is a very good initiative where Chief Minister is visiting the constituencies to understand that how governance is happening at the grassroots level, right? So this is very important example and very important initiative. When we talk about this news, so do you know that Chile is framing its own constitution, a country from South America? Yes. So we should know about the features of the constitution. We should know that if we compare that constitution with Indian constitution, then what are the features? What we can learn from them, what they can learn from us. So GS2, we have a specific topic related to this. Hope you all know the syllabus, right? So you must have come across this, and this can be directly asked under that section. One question can be asked. So you must have come across this news that Sanjay Agarwal panel has been constituted by the government to analyze the MSP issues and the issues related to natural farming. So it can be a question in this year mains itself on farm subsidies. Right? So it was already in news related to farm bills, so many things were there already, and now we have a panel which is analyzing the MSP related issues. So farm subsidies, the issues related to farm subsidies can be a question, can be a potential question this year means, okay? Now you must have come across this phase that one IPS officer has been arrested in Karnataka over the alleged scam related to PSI recruitment. So whenever we are talking about GS4, there we have a topic, foundational values for civil services, integrity. So this can be an example. We have a topic related to corruption. So there we can talk about this. So such case studies, such value additions we get from the newspaper, which we will not get in any compilation, any monthly compilation. You must have come across this news that RBI has recommended a ban on cryptocurrencies, citing what? Citing destabilizing effect for countries' monetary and fiscal health. So there can be a question in prelims also related to cryptos, that how they work, the technology behind it, and also it can be a question in mains that the cryptocurrencies and its related security threats or a destabilizing effect on the economy, because our RBI, the regulator itself, has highlighted this, right? And recently there was a committee, Dr. PPK Ramacharlu committee was constituted in order to suggest reforms in the working of Rajya Sabha. So they have recommended that the tenure of the parliamentary committees in Rajya Sabha should be increased, right? So whenever we are talking about these examples, through these examples, we wanted to reiterate the importance of the current affairs. So if you have come across these news, you also must have got to know that why they are important. If not earlier, then now, at least now you know that why they are important in the for your exam and how we should take. So keeping this in mind, since we know that current affairs is important, keeping this in mind, our preparation, whole preparation should be very systematic, and a systematic approach is the need of the hour, above and beyond reading the monthly compilation. Just reading will not help. Recently we conducted a poll in our Telegram channel, through which we got to know that more than 90% of the students are struggling with covering the current affairs aspect, and more than 65%, 70%, up to 70% are struggling with the application aspect of that current affairs. So that is very important. So keeping this in mind, we are coming up with a current affairs workshop. It is a 2-day workshop which will be there on 7th and 8th August. And in this workshop, we are going to discuss that how we should cover current affairs. There we will empower you with the notes making approach from the current affairs, and we will also have a live answer writing session where we will understand that what kind of questions can be framed on the issues which are there in the current affairs, in the news. And through that live answer writing session, we will also empower you that how to enrich our answers, taking the examples and the case studies from the current affairs, the data from the current affairs. So this is what we are going to do in that workshop, and this is very important for those who are appearing for 2023 exam. So do register yourself for the workshop, and the link will be provided in the description box. So don't miss that, and it will be a very enriching experience, something which will reiterate or which will help you in understanding the importance of the newspapers and the current affairs which is there in the newspaper. Okay, so do attend the session. It will be very empowering for you. Thank you so much.